Okay, that's enough fooling around.
Let's get drawing.
Wait, close. No, don't save that snip.
And now let's get the music going.
Wow, that is way too loud for me. Let me know if that level is audible at all. It's going good. Got my office cleaned up finally. Mostly. We're going to the Sugar Bush on Sunday, even though it's going to be 20 degrees, which is like summer weather. So I don't think the maple syrup is flowing much anymore. But it is good. Yay, moving! And I'm working on a new horrifying YouTuber painting. It's gonna be Vinny. That's it. Moink. I'm actually kind of surprised at how, like, every once in a while, my email will get pinged, and someone bought like a new a new desktop, like one of the Germa ones or the fittingly the Signalis one, and it's just $2 that I think Etsy takes like 20 cents off of, but it adds up, and I appreciate everybody buying like the full release version, even though they don't have to. I thought I'd depress everybody by playing the Signalis soundtrack today.
Benny.
Alright, how do I want to start this? Let's get a little bit more lighting in here. Pretty alright. Little break from social media. Very smart. Mass Effect art. Samus. Demon Priestess learner. Yep. Oh, I'll check my socials. I have not been touching any messages. Also, Mix, I have seen your email. I am simply anxiously awaiting to see whether or not I got a job. So I'm like not really all there. Also, what just happened? Photoshop. Okay. Jesus. I am counting the days until I can kill this fucking program. I swear to God. I don't know how long today's stream is going to be. I do actually have to get back to some Viscera Fest work at some point. But it was a good pausing point, and I'm tired of doing lines right now, so I'm doing some painting instead. Move, man. It's too dark. Too light. Love the greens and the purples so far. Thank you. What? Don't worry, you're wonderful. Hey, Lux. Me about to go back to sleep. Twitch. Hey guys, who's stream? That's right. You're not allowed to sleep anymore, Lux. You have to go at 4 p.m. to bring the Archangel Gabriel to the vet, so you don't get longer than that. Oh. Well, I hope it's just for a regular checkup, and if it's not, I hope he's doing okay. Turns out putting him in a microwave and watching him spin isn't really good for him. Who the fuck just tried to call me? Okay, well, it went straight to voice message, so I assume it's spam. Listen, surely if I got a job offer, it would be like... $800 number. What the hell is an 800 number? But I'm sure if it was a job offer, they would, like, do something more important. Oh, I got a voicemail. You know what, chat? I am actually just going to check that voicemail. Let me put my little boom mic up. Yeah, okay, it was just a spam number. First visit, just intake and chipping. Good, you're gonna have to be able to track that little son of a bitch. Dear God, I've forgotten how to paint, chat. Oh no. No! Why is it so big? Alright. The worst part of being chronically ill is you have to answer every single phone call. Yo. Yo, hell yeah. Oh, God. My favorite doctor, Dr. Scam Likely. They just want to sell you a little bit of oil, a little bit of snake oil. That sounds like a nightmare. Now tell me, does that alleviate your phone anxiety at all, or is it worse because it could be a doctor trying to set up an appointment that's, you know, annoying? I say annoying, but, you know, could be 1 million needles. I just assume anytime the doctor calls anyone, it's because they want to put a bunch of needles in you. Not even for any good reason. Just because it's, like, fun for them. If I was a doctor, I'd have fun putting needles in people. I'm just saying, I'm not really better than that. Buy my product. Salamander mucus is better than snake oil. Much like your phobia of needles became numb to it. Yeah, same. That actually... Hey, guys. Hey, everyone. Good news. There's one good thing about COVID. I got over my fear of needles pretty quick with that. So don't worry. COVID is now made valid by my experience. This background is not coming together. This looks exactly the same as when we started. We're just going to delete that. You know, actually, we're just going to start on the figure because fuck it. I'm here because I want to draw figures, not because I want to draw backgrounds. All right, Vinny, you go right here, little buddy. Your way of coping is to get more piercings, you know? It works. This is a terrible project to embark on. I have made a mistake. Let's get some... Well, I'm painting on the wrong layer for one, but you know what? That's okay. POV Vinny shows you stuff and forces you to watch it. Actually, I already have this reference. Oh, you know what? That's actually kind of perfect. Oh, let's just steal that lighting situation, gamers. Fuck this, Vinny. This Vinny is my new best friend. These streamers gotta stop being so scary. We're just gonna steal the color. I don't even care anymore. Remember, kids, as long as you know the principles and can color pick, sort of, and practice it or whatever, just color pick if you're trying to do a painting. Who cares anymore? At least when you're doing your base. So many blood tests. You have scars in the... Oh, ah! Yippee! Encourage you into thinking there was anything wrong with you because you were taking reasonable blood tests? Oh my god. He does have extremely sad wet eyes. Generally, I enjoy when men suffer. Not in like a weird... Not in a weird way. For me, a weird way is in like a, haha, yes, all men deserve to suffer. Just, you know, a little bit of suffering is fun. Give me those luscious lips, Vinny. Yeah. Trying to remember what his hair looked like when we briefly rendezvoused in Boston. I can't remember what its style was. I think he was wearing a hat. Looking good, buddy. Have you ever heard of the Midst podcast? I have not. I love not knowing who people are and what they look like. I assume this is an internet person, but for me, he's just sad, wet eyes, man. It's Vinny Vinesauce. Yo, Mrs. Astronaut, you want to see a real funky looking dog? I sure do. Would it have scales, perhaps? Alright, let's check this shit out, gamers. Wait, I fucked it. I beefed it. I clicked the link and then I like immediately clicked away. Oh, puppy! 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 You guys have to check this shit out. Puppy! Pepperoni baby! God, she's terrible at that. What a dumb looking and dumb dog. Idiot. Stupid. Pets it. Pets you. Pets you. Oh my god. Puppy. I love this dog. Doing what I love to do, which is eating eggs.
At lunch.
22-month streak. I'll get you, Worry. I'll get you for this. How's it doing? How are you going, Worry? Yes, I know I have many Discord messages. One day I will actually get back to them, I swear to God. There's good news if I don't get this job that I really, really want at the local, like, youth swimming club. And that is that I'll have until summer to do some other stupid shit like this. Like drawing, finishing Viscera Fest, gardening. I'll still have time to do all that if I have a job as well, but I guess the silver lining is I'll have less to do. I also did get a job offer to like drive an hour out of my way further down the river to do some outdoor lifeguarding, which is kind of cool because they'll train me for free. Actually, it might even be paid training, which is nice. But I want this other job more. I want to walk 5 minutes to a job. So many ideas. Yeah, by all means, I should be perennial astronaut on Discord too. I cannot guarantee I'll ever reply, but I might. So please do add me. Twitter might go tits up. I'd rather have, you know, if it does go crazy, I will rather have a huge phone book of everybody. Gianni recently announced he has an agent. He's actually had her for a while, but I'm kind of very jealous because like, God, imagine having someone who's just there to gently kick your ass into doing normal human stuff. It also makes me feel a little less bad about being bad at that, because like, talent agents literally are there to make sure people show up to do their things that they're paid to do, and the idea that friction is very real, and in order to get a famous person or an actor or anybody to actually go out and do something is to have them be handled by someone else is like super comforting. It's like, oh, it is hard to manage that, even if it's on like a lower scale. Also, as I continue to move and just be more exposed to stuff and more people emailing me and that are outside my usual art circle, it's like, wow, other people are also really bad at getting back to other people. It's not just artists, it's not just people my age. The boomers are also having trouble with that. Very humanizing experience. Yes, please do. I will accept the friend request at least. And never feel like it's because you, the messenger, are too tiring for me individually. Everybody's too tiring for me. God, imagine just being able to turn that on and like do that. Like, just talk to people. Every time I think I'm like doing it, I'll have like a 3-week period or more of just not being able to speak to anybody. Yeah. I gave him a terrifying 70s porno stash. Oh God, I think I'm making him look like Charlie. Show me, Lux. Show it to me right now. What is this? Dog. This is going on screen. No, no, I'm not. Shh. I'm on Tumblr. Shut up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. The demon. Ugh. This guy's freaking crazy. What a freak. ADHD. Bleh. Gotta go do stuff now. Arthos, thank you so much. If it's still going an hour or two from now, I might return. If not, have a good rest of the day. Back at ya. Scroll down for the image. Oh my god. Oh, I was like, man, those are some familiar shapes. I don't know quite what it is, but... Oh, God! Alright. Excellent. Ah! Magnificent. Just thinking of them releasing, buying the design from you and releasing just an actual plushie. Yeah. This isn't quite the emotion I want on his face. I gave him kind of creepy pursed lips, but... Hello, it's me, Vinny Vinesauce. Still kind of like I can copy someone's face, but it's harder to like give it some emotion or, you know, do it from a different angle. Try and fill in this freaking beard a little bit here. Wonder if Germa ever saw my other piece.
Germa.
Oh my god, when Gianni was signing a fan's like really cute autograph book, he had or they had like a bunch of signatures, just a dedicated book where they collected signatures. He found the Germa Siggy. It was really cute. So he insisted on signing above it.
Germa.
Oh wow, I just got here by chance and you're drawing my favorite gaming streamer. Excellent. I'm drawing a horror version of him. He doesn't really look like it yet, but it will. We're trying to get his features right before I start, you know, turning him into a fucked up cave guy. Which I know he is in real life, too. Like, I'm putting all this detail into his face, but I know for a fact I'm going to be, like, darkening it almost to the point of illegibility. But oh well. C'est la vie.
Jorma.
They already put your fanfic in the update. Who knows what else they'll take? This is a joke, but I'm still getting comments on that fic going, people like, yo, what the fuck? They knew. I appreciate that they're operating on like your wavelength, which always seemed to be a thing. I mean, for God's sake, they eroticized the angel as much as they possibly could. As they should. Give him a very, very butch chin here. We'll get this guy right eventually. Maybe not now. Okay, let's get... I think this is like a younger version of him. I have never played Ultra Kill, and I think that's so cool and sexy of you. I get all my visions from God. Based. And correct. You shouldn't play Ultra Kill games. It's, man wasn't meant to play good. They were meant to be growing tomatoes and shit. Picking up wheelbarrows. I think I'll give him the same shirt as this guy. P-Rank P2 on Brutal. I haven't even touched the new update, actually. I have not touched Brutal at all. I am not good at Ultra Kill. Well, okay. I can get into a groove with Ultra Kill. But boy, is it ever fun to play. Don't know how to draw shirts anymore. It's been, I think, about a month really since I've really sat down to draw. Actually, no, that's not true. I did an art stream last week. Seven S is very good, and it's very hard. New weapons are pretty fun. The Archangel Gabriel is screaming and crying because he's in his containment area, playpen, and he's prevented from biting flesh or electrical wires. I think he might need to get out for a walkie. Demonic. Truly not a creature of God. I'm glad his divine light was ripped from him. Flesh. Me when I can eat flesh. Hmm.
Biomeki.
I am drawing, you are drawing. We are all drawing.
Hi.
What is the vision with this piece? Extremely dark. In fact, Vinny should be almost completely obscured in shadow. He will be gardening many of his mushrooms, and disturbingly, in the foreground, you will see that his growing medium is, in fact, human bodies. It's gonna be really scary, okay? It's gonna be like, whoa, I don't think I've ever seen. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen someone drawn spookily before, actually. I think that's subversive and, I don't know, worldly. Makes me think differently about the universe, you know? That's what I plan to evoke with this particular piece. Yeah. I think I'll take a step back from rendering for a second, and I'll actually see if I can recapture some of the pose that I wanted. I wanted a slightly more uncanny, like, looking down. But with the magic of the warp tool, we have saved a layer, so we're not destroying anything. We can just kind of... We can elongate him. I don't think that worked. We can flip his head. That's not right. Okay, we'll move his eye line up here. And his mouth up like that. His chin will remain down here. But we will... illuminate him like this. Just get a reference picture here. I am drawing a postcard for my friend, with all of our buddies from the group. I don't write postcards, I draw on them. Based. Huh, artist! Pointing a finger at you. Artist! Same though. Sometimes I will write on them just because I'm like, too much work. But actually, let's make his eyes nice and wide. In fact, let's just obliterate his eyes for a second here. Vinny should make a wine and call it Vinny's Vine Sauce. Very good idea. Extremely wise. Starting to look a little bit like Macaulay Culkin. Making his lip very luscious. Oh, well, that beard is all fucked up. Now, don't forget when you're drawing the whites of the eyes, or painting the whites of the eyes, they're actually not white. They're very, very reflective in a pure white. But when surrounded by all that flesh around the face, they actually kind of appear more gray. At least in like realism and semi-realism. This son of gun always has his earphones on, so I don't know what oh, there they are. I found a picture of his ears. Jaw isn't so square. got a big head in this, don't worry about it. Okay, now that I put all this time into toning his face and making it look nice, first of all, let's see what it looks like. Oh, what? Horrible. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's shrink-a-rooney that scalpel. Okay, we got a couple different treatments for his eyes. We could do one that's just... Well... Maybe we'll... Just do a little bit of tomfuckery here. Why does he need eyes? He's like an Ohm. He lives in total darkness and has evolved out of them. Based? Excuse me. Duplicate the layer. Thank you. Goodness. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah, goodbye. There we go. Okay. Let's do some variants here. But first... I actually want them to be mostly lit from below here, so let's... You know what? Actually, you could just take a big gradient, and you could just do one of these, and usually it automatically kind of tone shifts your stuff pretty nicely, and then you just go in and take a brush to it. Okay, we'll stick with multiply. Maybe a nice soft brush. Well, maybe not. Let's say we give him nice white hyper reflective eyes here. Maybe a little too dramatic. I want it dramatic, just not that dramatic. Again, it's all about relativity. Sometimes you want a nice bold color or hue. No, hue's not right. Tone, no. Whatever you call like blacks and whites and grays. Things to cut a hole in a painting. Sometimes you want that. Other times you don't. And I don't think I quite want to cut a hole here. Okay, that looks like he's looking up. We'll put these down. All right. Value, that's it. I did art class.
Hey.
Excuse me, why are you not? I love these brushes, but sometimes... Like, they put in these, like, cute little texture patches, which I really like, but sometimes it's, like, at the most inconvenient zone. So you have to switch to a different brush anyway. But that's okay. Switching between brushes is fine. Do you know Prototype is banned in Germany? Like, Prototype, like Alex Mercer? My name is Alex Mercer. That Prototype? How interesting. I wonder if it's because it's, like, mass killing people. Oh, shit. Yeah, wasn't, like, Fear banned in Germany, too? Also, Photoshop crash. 1 second, I just have to switch to a different screen for a hot minute. Just while there's my webcam. Okay, we didn't lose anything, don't worry. Sometimes Photoshop will just stop updating to the display.
Thank you.
I am very pleased that my drawing skill has gotten to a point where I no longer have to, like, think about it. I can have, like, some certainty that, like, okay, I'm going to draw something that's going to turn out pretty good if I just lean on what I've learned over 20 years. But I'm discovering that pleasure. You know, always space for improvement, of course, but yeah, it does look pretty alright. Damn. I'm as surprised as anyone else. Definitely want his shirt to be rattier and maybe, like, clinging a little bit more to him. Yeah, we gotta give Vinny a wet t-shirt. Chat. Yeah. Bonafide, Mickey Langelo, I don't know who that is. Somebody super cool, right? Let's open his shirt a little too. Yes, all according to my vision. My artist's vision. These directionality brushes are really cool. Takes a minute to really master their use, but still not able to do stuff quite as I imagine them. But part of the pleasure of drawing, of course, is seeing how the imagination kind of hits the medium. Gosh, what's the exact outfit? Like, I have a vision. He's not shirtless and just wearing coveralls in the vision. But it's a very specific, like, hillbilly look that I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to see if it's a reference to something. You know, let's pull up Hills Have Eyes, the new one, or the 2004 one. Mutants, 2006. What do you mean safe search blurring is on? Are you fucking kidding me? When was that ever turned on? Thank you. Gracious. None of these guys really have the perfect fit. Although the guy from the newer films does kind of look like Vinny. Oh, I love this cute little twink. Yeah. That's not his look, though. Nice little boy mom. Michelangelo. Michelangelo. Oh, I get it. Well, you know what? Good for you for actually, like, you know, putting that in the system. That is kind of bullshit, yeah. They said no. So if you imported, if you like bought a copy that somehow worked on your system, because I know sometimes like at least DVD players had like different regions and you could only unlock it once or twice before it locked or something, or didn't let you switch anymore. But like, could you acquire a copy, have it imported in, and play it? And would you be I don't know, shot and killed over that? Like, if they found out, would you be obliterated? Or is it just like a ban on game shops selling it inside Germany? You have a hard copy. It played perfectly well on my Windows 8. Just a ban on selling it, yeah. Still, that sucks. Like, that's not nothing. I don't think I can find my perfect vision of the perfect coverall farmer look, but you know what? We're gonna live with it. All right. Anyway. We'll roll up his sleeves. Are there any other fun games that are banned in Germany? I'm sure there's plenty. I feel like I always come across a couple in passing, and I'm like, oh, all right. Few PS1 era games they unbanned. Yeah, yo, you're playing the Nightmare Creatures. That's funny. I guess they're going, well, with how gory and violent and realistic games are now, all the gory and violent and realistic games from 2000 or from 1999 look childlike in comparison. Pang 2 is a feeler, Jason, but no, it's the full unadulterated game. I guess they can't get everything, and I mean, Trepang is... I bet... Like, you have Steam over there, right? Surely. I guess I could see Germany being able to regulate a place like Steam, but for any game that has its own, like, launcher or whatever you could download from its website, I guess there's nothing they could really do about that. Which is funny. Very strange country. Strange that they would find the, art. Like isn't the whole point of the censorship law is they're kind of like, oh, we don't want like another HILTER to happen, like, oh, all that shit happened in our past, and we're trying to like, ooh, make sure our kids don't grow up as violent freaks. But it's like, isn't that just hugely misunderstanding how he operated, and like the destruction or censorship of art is a huge key point in fascism? Like, blood, gore, murder, swearing are totally fine, but if you show a boobie, yeah. Every film you watched in your German class was like, here's full frontal nudity for 5 minutes, but you couldn't show a drop of blood. It's quite swapped around. It's very odd. Think of the children. Thank you, Kailessa, also welcome. My dad did German class too. They still had Latin back when he was learning. He was terrible at Latin, but they're like, you know what? You'd probably be great at German. And like, I mean, they were right, because the motherfucker is Dutch. He can probably learn German. Also, no one tell my Oma that we're talking about Germany right now. She'd freak out. Video games cause violence. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that was the problem, Germany. Back in the day, there was a version of COD where you shot a dude, he just put his hands up and carefully got onto the ground like as a training exercise, only it looked super jank and goofy. Oh my god, that's funny. Vincent Will Meer. Oh. Cool. Yeah. I should have done German in college, university, whatever. I mean, I did do film school, so I watched a lot of films. So I guess, I guess the I want to watch movies in class got pretty pretty succinctly filled in with that as my major. I'm not drawing this shirt very well. I'm kind of zoning out. Meer, meaning sea, is pronounced the same way as mer, meaning more. So Vincent wants to go to the sea and Vincent wants more. Oh! I was like, Meer is like a Dutch last name. Great film. The Tourette's. Tilda. Hell yeah. My capstone project was translating and adding subtitles to the film Maria ihm schmeckt nicht. I don't know what schmeckts means, but nicht I do. I'm Smuckers. I'm Smuckers Knight. Tastes. He doesn't like it. Oh. Right. Oh, Nacht. I'm thinking of Nacht. I don't know what Nacht means. Languages was never my forefront, as you could probably tell. Nicht is not. Okay. Let's listen to a Silent Hill music with rain ambience. It fucking blasts you. Fucking blasts you. Kills you. Kills you, kills you, kills you, kills you. Okay. This might make everybody want to pee, though. So if you have to piss, let me know. Let me know. I'm putting OSTs because, yeah, I think it's a mix from a couple of different. Is there a possessive apostrophe here? I don't care. I'm just putting an S at the end. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care anymore. Me when there was wordplay. Only speak English and German. Bit of Spanish. Ooh, upbringing in Peru. That's cool. I fucking love puns! Some rolled up sleeves here. I'm floundering. Excuse me. How to roll up your sleeves. Well, one looks like a fussy bitch and the other one looks cool as hell, so I will not take that YouTube tutorial seriously. Okay, great. Now I've got a bunch of different materials that's stretching the fabric in a different way from my other reference. Nightmare, 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 nightmare. I want to ultra kill myself. There we go. That doesn't look better. That looks worse. His strange little stump arms. I could just give up on his arms until I have actually good reference. Instead of dog shit reference. No pocket. We'll keep it simple. Forgive me, never forget me. Oh, one of my favorite tunes. Gamers, I don't know. I think I want a cup of tea. Then I have to get up and brew it. No, wait. First I'll have to get up. Then I'll have to walk all the way upstairs. Then I'd have to fill the pot. Then I'd have to turn on the pot. Then I'd have to let the pot boil. Probably come back down here. Then go all the way back upstairs again. Pour it into my prepared teapot, which I'd have to do at some point. Let it steep for like 5 freaking minutes. And only then I could have tea. I want tea now. I don't want to do all that shit. let's see our progression. Okay, so to start, we had this. Then we had this. Then we had this. Then we had this. Then we had... okay, well, that wasn't much progression, but... Snarling and biting and shaking it in my teeth. I eat that shit up. Whoa, wait. Okay, wait. There's been a lot that's going on. No, listen. It's perennial. Because the skeleton is in space, where it won't decay, so it's an eternal. But perennial also means flowers that come back every year, like roses and the other flowers in the picture. Me foaming at the mouth, explaining the picture, my roommates while making your blush. Yo. Your guys are gonna be so fucking pissed. But it's because the two words fit together and were a provocative image. Which, I mean, is perfect. And that doesn't reduce the meaning that has arisen from those two words being put together and the character I designed. I actually do want to do something with that. I do have an outline for a short comic that maybe I'll work on this summer. Because I'd love to do some black and white comics with like this brush and with these kind of more painterly techniques that let me block in shapes a lot faster than fucking line art. Because I think like all the other times I've done comic work, it's been with line art, and line art's fine. Nothing wrong with line art, but I find for me it really slows me down. Because you have to get every line right, it all has to look good. But with painting, you can really just kind of let shit hang. Which is nice because it's very, very easy for me to kind of just like lose motivation on something longer form, like even a short comic. So getting some of that time-saving, painterly look into stuff. Painterly look, time-saving painterly look while I'm like struggling to just do like this one side of Vinny's body. It's because I'm focusing too hard into it. Too many steps, just gargle the hot water and tea. You're so wise. I'm afraid to do anything other than line art, but then again, I do mostly traditional. Line art's like a great place. Not even a great place to start. It is a great way to draw. And like a lot of understanding can come from learning line art. But if you ever take up any kind of painting, or even just like using thicker mediums, like using thicker lines. If you ever want to kind of instantly get a different look with your art and kind of go like, whoa, get a really, 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 really thick pen, like comically thick. I think Copic will sell like rectangle ones. You can get acrylic markers that, like sort of painter's markers that have like a really thick nib and a high gloss, really, really dark line. Yeah, brush pens. Painting is way easier for me, but you can't do lines at all because they your hand tremor. Yeah. Paint lets you just kind of go over things again and again. Yeah, and it's about like what's between the spaces in the paint too, which is nice, and the intersections of paint, different paint colors. Hey, Garnet. Could make for some interesting effects on painting though. Hold the brush lightly and see what kind of scumbling you can do with it. But yeah, that would make line art pretty hard.
Itchy, itchy. I'm itchy.
Drop my headphones, scrambling to see if you're still on, Lamau? Yeah. Yeah, love glazing and scumbling. Yes, baby, yes. Fuck yeah, adding tiny changes over many layers. Rah, 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 rah. Yeah! I should get back into traditional painting too. I mean, you know, digital painting does a pretty good job, but... How you doing today, Garnet? Oh! Actually, you tell me all about that, and I'm gonna go make myself some tea. I would bring you guys upstairs, but I think the connection is a little shifty. So I'm just gonna leave you. What do you think? Staring into Vinny's eyes with Silent Hills, resting comfortably. Silent Hill 2? No, that's not Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 4. Okay, be right back. Okay, we're back while that kettle boils. Oh, what's this? Oh, I got a can of extra spicy. Well, not extra spicy. Spicy chili tuner. Oh, yeah. Fucking spicy tuner. Oh, yeah. Oh, I found the chili pepper in the cans, gamers. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, it's so spicy. Ah. It's spicy. I'm okay, I made it. It's not that spicy. Ooh. Lex. Okay, first of all, I'm logging into Tumblr. I sure hope that's my password. Let's just... Oh no, I'm already following you. Okay, based. Let's just re-blog that. Still don't get Tumblr quite. Like, I'm not... I only got Tumblr in like the last 5 years, and I'm still not familiar with its usage. I don't really go on it too much. Another Angels is Bugs concept. Angels is Bugs. I'm such a sucker for creepy art, despite being horrible but scary things, yo. 3 exams. Oh, God. He is about to reach through your screen, Milk God. He's coming for you.
Bug reel.
Also, I think I heard my kettle finish. I have to go upstairs again. I'm gonna take you guys upstairs with me this time. We're gonna see if there's a connection. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. You can get water pouring, boiling hot water pouring ASMR. Oh. That's too much water in that pot. I need space. Yes, I will put milk in my little teapot. Not now, though. Gotta let it steep first. Alright, let's get some falling down the stairs with a little baby teapot ASMR.
Oh, be careful. Okay, another set of stairs. Okay.
ASMR, you are my hamster, and I'm bringing you downstairs to work with me in my office. Alright. Very chill. Yeah. This is honestly what gets me through most of my work days. Although I am starting to realize some of the impact of chiller or like sad music while I'm working, because it does actually bum me out. So like usually when I'm at least not streaming, I try and put something on that's a little bit more peppy. But boy, is that hard, because first of all, I prefer sad, somber music. And peppier music is like harder to listen to. I don't know. Maybe that has to do with liking slower music. I'm probably going to enjoy like a half cup of this tea And then I might call it quits for the stream. And get on to my real job of NDA covered artwork. Ooh, I have more tuna. Oh yeah. Damn, it's got like 10% of your sugar in it though. It's a sweet little can of tuna. Probably why I like it. Oh yeah, every drop out of the can. Hot tip if you ever want to eat chili tuna, or honestly any kind of tuna, chopsticks do it best. Especially the ones that have like the dull lip on them. Chopsticks let you get up in there. Alright, stirring teapot ASMR. More time. It needs more time. Milk! Schlut guy says hi. Hi, Schlut. Hi, Milk. Peppy and happy music can make me feel anxious, yeah. Hamster. Alright, in a minute we might leave Mr. Vinny alone and actually try and work on his environment. In fact, we'll do that right now. Okay. Thinking. I like the green, but maybe I'll take it out from the background and replace it with something a little bit more blue. Still something sickly. Or as sickly as I can make it, but just a little bit less green. Or I make the foreground more green. Okay, I'm still gonna make the background less green. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ugh. That's looking pretty good. Okay, that's at plus 50. That's too far. And okay. Yeah, okay, let's do that. This will help us define the different planes of the inside of this cave better. Oh, Vinny, come back. Shut up. Okay. Now the darks here are like pretty black, so I think I'll do something similar for this. We will be bold. We will use a hard brush. We will. Actually, maybe I have a rock brush. Fuck it. Let's try this, actually. Okay, we'll try this. No, don't like that. Oh, no. These are Anato Finstarks. Brushes, by the way. Don't quite like that either. Degradé. I still don't know what degradé is. Like, I can guess. But... Ooh, this is a rotation-y brush. How odd. Huh. Whoa. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, it's not quite for me, but... Absolute ground. Ooh, actually, that's really good. Maybe we'll get the ground plane done with this real quick. Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh, boner. If you're ever having frame rate issues in Photoshop, sometimes it's just because you have like Control-Aid, the outside, and to animate that, it takes RAM. Let's just put that right there. And as we get further away, I'm trying to make the brush a little bit smaller too. Anything I can do to make it sort of hint at the distance. Although, funnily enough, when you get closer to your details, though, you need smaller brushes for those details. And sometimes when you get further away, you have to use a bigger brush to do big, small detail. It's very confusing. Painting sucks. Don't paint. Don't be an artist. Still not really a master at doing backgrounds, so I probably shouldn't talk, but... Nah. Making this pretty busy right now, but that's okay. just draw dudes based. Slapped some flat color. Oh, I thought you said flat floor. And I'm like, just smack the floor with your hands? What's going on? Put all that shit on multiply and then a free upgrade to color. Yeah. Additive color. Very good technique. And like really nice is I'll sometimes use that as like a base. Like especially with stuff that has like a lot of color. Like Gabriel has a lot of color, relatively speaking. He's got a lot of silver and blues and all that shit, so it's sometimes easier just to draw him in black and white. So you don't have to think about how all those colors are interacting. Then you add the color. Extremely wise. I don't exactly know how to use this brush yet, so it's going to be kind of a fun, fucked up. You're going to see me going over a lot of stuff. I should be really falling back to my fundamentals here. Okay, let's block it in. We got to block it in. Big pieces, and then we worry about the small pieces. We got that big shadow here. I like the structure of this. I like the sort of framing that this has. You know, I was gonna actually make it open on this side too, but I think I'll frame it after all because it looks cool as fuck. We're gonna be lighting the foreground rather than just letting it sit in darkness, but let's just get a little bit more of that in there. Yeah, I like that. I like that there's a pool here. Okay. They might have a fucked up reflective pool over there. It's gonna have a little bit of that. It's gonna have a little bit of Vinny in it. Is it radioactive? Who the hell knows? It's green. It's glowing. It's fine. Now we got this major light source, which I didn't want to be white, but I think I'm gonna make it white after all. Go. Light's kind of shafting in like that. So get a little bit more reflections on the cave walls here. Then that fucking atmospheric perspective, that's that fog you see. Yeah, wow, look how big that cave is. Those are people in there. But atmospheric perspective is just like that tendency for things far off to get blue and misty. It's literally just like water particles and dust and shit in the air making things fuzzy. But what that does is it puts kind of a general colored overlay onto distant objects, practically speaking. So as we get closer to the camera here, we get more definition. We actually see the color of the rocks rather than the color of the atmosphere. On land, during the daytime, things usually get lighter, but underwater, things get darker. But you still get atmospheric perspective because of all the water. Let's make this a little bit darker. The background's a little bit more vibrant than I think I want it to be, but that's okay because we have color corrective tools. Kind of a different painting when I use that brush, huh? Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to this version because I do like that green that it's bringing into the forefront a bit. Alright, let's get a bit of green up here as well. Would you like to see a remarkably cartoonish-looking snake? Yes. It's scattering, which is the same reason the sky is blue, and that's why the sun is it's red at sunset. Yeah. Yeah. Blue is the wavelength that scatters most with the molecules in the atmosphere. Good to know. Grug possession. Okay, let me see this man. Bring me the baby.
The baby. The baby. The baby. Oh, the baby.
God, they're so funny looking. Like, who looked at that guy and was like, that is the scariest fucking thing I've seen in my entire life? I guess maybe if it was, 20 feet long. But even then, like, that big Amazon, oh, well, that's a feeding. A big, that huge new anaconda species that someone fucking murdered. Like, even looking at that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute. It's kind of hard to find an ugly snake. What's the last ugly snake anyone actually saw? Like, even those little vipers that are pointy and shit and look dangerous are like, oh. That is straight up puppy. Pit vipers, yeah, adders and shit. And like, I'm never gonna, well, okay, that's not true. I was gonna say I'd never pick up a snake, but I pick up garter snakes and ringneck snakes all the time. Well, okay, no I don't. But I get close to them and I look at them really intently because I'm at that stage of my life where I know that picking up wild animals isn't good for them. But, but they're so puppy. And I guess, like, when I'm walking on a path and I see, something wiggly in the ground, I kind of go like, oh. So I guess there is that animal instinct in there of oh, it's a snake. The old recognize a snake before anything else part of our ape brains. I guess that's real. But would you say that to recognize a cute baby snake as something cute is defying your animalistic nature? Isn't that something that the Reverend Mothers would want? Put your hand inside the box. What's in the box?
A snake.
Oh. Ooh, I got tea. Tea time, baby. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. It's good. Oh, it's not as good as a slightly larger pot with 2 tea bags cup of tea, but the 1 tea bag small pot of tea is pretty good. Ooh, AFK. Sand boas, elephant trunk snakes. Let's see. Him. I forgot about him. More. Yeah, what a fucking idiot. It gets worse. More. What a stupid asshole. Yeah, he's so cute. Let's smooch him. Mr. No Neck. Somehow a snake, which is all neck, has no neck. Elephant trunk snake. Oh, okay. Give me. Oh my god. The pug of snakes. Holy shit.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Holy fuck. Look at this idiot with his mouth open. Oh, he looks like a dork-ass loser. That one sound effect. Is that motherfucker underwater? I think he is. Oh my god. Actually incredible. Okay, I'd look at that and have no idea what I was looking at and would freak out. But that is an elephant trunk for sure. Very nice. Very nice. Ah, yes. Need to look at this in my smoking room. With this, my smoking jacket on and a pipe and a bourbon.
Has anyone seen my inhaler?
Alright, let's get a bit of work on this background done. Let us integrate it. Let's get some more cave pictures. Cave. Cave dwelling rat snake. Sorry, sometimes... Oh. Sometimes Google does have good suggestions. Oh my god, she's beautiful. Oh, she's so goth. She's like a sparkle goth. Very nice. Alright, but I actually just wanted pictures of a cave. There's a fucked up cave. There's another fucked up cave. That's a cenote. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's not a cave. What kind of cave do I want? IMAX. Ancient caves. Oh, that'd be a hell of a thing to see in IMAX. There's a snake I heard of yesterday, like super short and looks like a caterpillar with a big head, but it's deadly as fuck. You couldn't be thinking of the Tuchinko, could you? Which is, I think, like a Japanese folklore snake. Yes, they're aquatic. Their loose skin will crack and break if they dry out. Oh no! 2-inch fangs and super fast like a little spring. He's having a bath. Specifically taken with showing stream in mind, yeah. You know what, Watastic? Based opinion. Respect the admiration, but for you, hell no. Totally understand. I'm trying to think of an animal that I'm like, ugh. There actually might not. Oh, ants. I fucking hate ants. Fuck you, ants. We had like huge carpenter ants, just like a steady infestation in our house. Not really bad infestation, but like they were around. And when you look down and an ant has crawled into your cup of milk and is like splashing around in it like he's having a day at the pool, you know, it kind of... Ugh, I'm good. But I don't know if too many people look at ants and are like, oh my god, that's so cute. I guess people have ant farms. Apes and monkeys, yeah. I used to not like them, but I've come back around to liking them mostly just by like orangutans and shit. Like they're just guys. They're just, you know, what we would consider ugly fucking guys. But they're very sexy in the orangutan world, so I try not to judge an orangutan by their huge orangutan titties. I also appreciate like how fucking ripped chimps are. Like those guys are huge. Like they apparently have like a whole extra like sheath of either muscle or like ligament in their arms that makes them extra strong, like rip off your arms strong, which is incredible. Can't stand spiders or wasps, yeah. In person, hell no. Yeah. Hey, as long as we all have respect for the wonderful life that is on Earth, I can also respect being like, no, man, I'm good. Got to see my first couple of gorillas, I think, at the Toronto Zoo sometime last year. That was pretty cool. Still don't know how I feel about zoos. Like, I look at a zoo and I'm like, oh, the animals look pretty well, you know. This looks pretty modern. This isn't exactly like the literal concrete jungles of, like, the 1910s. But I at least appreciate seeing them. Where the fuck is the right brush? There we go. I don't want bugs to touch me, but that's a sensory thing based. Severe moth infestation for a while, and you still have moths. Sounds like a skill issue. Okay, moths don't bite. Although they do get in your face and they like flap in your face, which can be kind of scary if you like are just waking up or just hanging out on your phone screen. One time, we went to the cottage and we like opened up a chest that we'd had in there for like a decade, and it was packed with ants. Like, surprise idiot ants. And like so many ants, you could feel hear their bodies rubbing together. Like you could hear like the tick of their bodies rubbing together. I don't usually have visceral reactions to insects unless they're like, you know, on me, but I cleared out of there pretty quick. Had a bunch of cool little treasures and shit inside, though. They were keeping the treasures from themselves, those little bastards. True, you never know what someone is dealing with for the cause of their fears, of course. It is a skill issue, though, in my case. Lux isn't wrong. Skill issue. Hello, chat. Hello, Empty Orange Juice. Accredited zoos are very important to conservation efforts. Yeah, that's what's my impression. Like, you know, you'll come across a post every once in a while that's just like, zoos are actually terrible and have absolutely no redeeming qualities whatsoever. But like, Pete also doesn't think we should have pets, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I like to learn about the animals and conserve them. And sometimes the animals can't go back into the wild, but, you know, often that's man's fault. But, you know, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes they would have been fucked up regardless of whether or not someone shot it or used, like, PCBs so their eggshells got all fucked up. Ugh. Oh, you're a conservative? Racist post. Conservation, conservation! God, I wish conservatives were just about conservation. Wasn't that like, didn't Nixon or someone be like, he was like super conservative piece of shit, but then also like entrenched a bunch of, yeah, I think it was Nixon, a bunch of like forest laws that are conservatives hate today. Because they're like, oh, god damn it, there's oil in them hills, but that fucker Nixon. I'm gonna do exactly one good thing in office. I love my national parks. Reuse a plastic Ziploc bag without washing it. Oh. And at the bottom, a worm. No. No! I've only had to deal with, like, moldy plastic bag. Worm! So what you're saying is you wouldn't love me if I became a worm? Kinda close-minded of you, Lux. I'm surprised. Oh well. Okay, I'm at the point where I hate drawing and painting is terrible and it makes me want to kill myself, so maybe I'll call it quits soon. Ugh. Ugh. How do you draw things? What the fuck? Okay, remember all that shit I was talking about? Like, yeah, you know, I'm at the point in my artistic development where I can sort of just draw anything I want. I take that back. That was, Huber's. Okay, well, maybe we'll do a little bit more drawing. Just not on this, because this is... I hate it now. Saw one worm after eating all the popcorn. Listen, like, I mean, you probably didn't eat a worm. That worm was probably, like, pooping in that popcorn for a while, but... Got a Discord? Yeah, it should be Perennial Astronaut on Discord. I cannot... You're looking for an easier way to throw questions at you? I cannot guarantee I will ever go into Discord, open up a conversation, and read what I see there. but you are absolutely welcome to add me because in case Twitter goes tits up or something happens, I would rather have people's contact. Tiny mothworm. Oh. One time my dad was eating a jar of peanuts, and he's like, oh, what are these little black things in it? They were mouse turds. He was eating peanuts with mouse turds in them. It's disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple little cooldown doodles here. I would love you as a worm and would not want to risk eating you with popcorn. Thank you. How would I keep you alive and avoid getting you squished? Put you in a jar of dirt? Like, when will you change back? Go to a couples-only bar carrying an earthworm and see if they let you in. And if they don't, sue for discrimination. Oh, so you wouldn't like my girlfriend if she was a worm. That's fucked. Monkey. Today, or after this, I think I will take a break from my keyboard by doing some gardening. It is still kind of cold out. We had a little cold snap, but it's going to go up to 20 degrees over the weekend, which is insane. And I'm going to not let myself get tricked. And I'm not going to fucking plant anything out there that shouldn't be planted yet just because it's 20 degrees. Celsius. So like room temperature. But, you know, I could do some tidying up in the yard. I got some other frost-tolerant plants that I can tend to. Maybe I'll start some marigolds. Still don't know what the pests are like here for gardening, so I'd like to have a anti-rabbit and anti-aphid defense going. And after I'm done eating all that dirt, I'll do my real job. And then my fake job, i.e. the one that I'm applying for as a lifeguard, will call me and say, you got the job, we're giving you $1 million an hour, and you only have to work 2 days a week, full gym access, free education, and we'll suck your dick. And I'll be like, I also want a free lunch. Then I'll accept. And that's how my day's gonna go. Manifesting. How can I possibly retain my love for you when you will become a worm? Let's see, your life expectancy would require me to start letting go of you emotionally. And there'll be no eyes to look at. True. Okay, a dune worm. True. Now, is that a dune worm before or after the seed of Leto's consciousness, Leto II's consciousness? Leto III. Leto III's consciousness is imbued into all of them. I think I'd go pre-Leto. Maybe post-Leto, I don't know. Do I go with a traditional worm or the fucked up man worm? Should probably watch that Dune movie, huh? Monkey. I say monkey, but this is probably more like a goblin. Exposed teeth quite get shaded. I'm gonna give her some cute little whiskers. You had an important thing to say, a thing about society, but you could get past on how much you hate women to say it efficiently. Ah, that is definitely a very valid interpretation. I don't think he hated women. I think all of his characters were just really fucked up. You know? He was like, I'm gonna write a bunch of books about the least normal fucking weirdos you've ever Not only are they royalty, they're also like weird, technically gender essentialist freaks, which is kind of a cool interpretation. You put, any politics aside. I don't think he was a bigot at all. I think he had a cool idea about like gendered memory and shit that is kind of like in today's society. But boy, no one looks good in the Dune books. Everybody is here it is. Everybody is a fucking bastard in the Dune books. And petty things, quote unquote, so-called petty things as called by the books, like love, loyalty, and all that other that stupid shit is railroaded for the sake of humanity living forever. So like all that, Jessica's mother's love, oh yeah, whatever, gay, fuck you. Jessica was wrong, fuck you, die. Oh, Bene Gesserit, nope, fuck you, they were also wrong, fuck you, die. I mean, maybe he did hate women. I don't know anything about the guy. I know he did like some cool conservation projects out in like just the fucking California dunes or something. It wasn't really what Dune was about, but I do often think about like just the micro stories of like human civilization in the Dune books. Like Dune is of course very grand. That's what it's about. It's again about the survival of the human race, like the permanent survival of the human race. But I wanted to see a day in the life with the little people, but necessarily it wasn't really about that. But boy, I sometimes wish they'd have a couple of side stories. And I know that his son or something did a bunch of side stories after finishing the main series. But they're all look very grand. And it concerns people who are important to the lore. And it's like, I don't know. I want it to be about some jerk off. Actually, there might have been a short story. I don't ever read it though. He might have included it. Herbert himself might have included it in one of his collections. I can't remember what it's called. But maybe that was like a smaller one. I know that's you, Ray Bradbury. Oh, good old Ray Bradbury. No. The worst? Not the worst, because boy, but the one with the most to unpack is fucking Robert Heinlein. Fucking Robert fucking Heinlein. Okay, so Robert Heinlein writes women like, okay, first of all, women are competent, but they're only competent in a certain kinds of tasks. One of them's piloting, which is kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, chicks are better pilots. This was before weird gender essentialism kind of had mooned in my brain, but whatever. Like, oh yeah, okay, girls are make cool pilots. Oh yeah. But then there are also a bunch of dumb bitches, all of them. And they're like, oh, I can't wait till I get pregnant. Oh, I love to make sandwiches for my husband. Oh. And they're still like men centric. Like it's written by a guy who has only read about women as written by other men, but has some slightly progressive ideas about women in the workforce, you know? It's just the way all little sci-fi is. Yeah, yeah. Even fuck, who wrote 2001: Space Odyssey? Tick, 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 tick. Well, the guy who wrote 2001: Space Odyssey, his Rendezvous with Rama 2, I think, had some kind of weird opinions. They were expressed by a female character, but it was just like about like abortion and sluttiness, basically. And it was like, is that the character thinking that, or is that the author? You never know. Arthur C. Clarke. But, you know, whatever. Dune expands. Dune is not kind to any of its characters, but the women, especially in all of them, kind of suffer. I think he does like to. Okay, all the characters in Dune are conniving. All of them are conniving, bitchy little assholes who have their small plans in mind, or sometimes their medium or even large plans in mind. It's a book of plans, or it's a series of plans. We all have these different like directions we want to steer the human race in. And technically only I think one of the characters is truly from start to finish correct in the direction, technically correct in the direction they steer humanity in. But they're all bastards. They all have their pawns, and they are all in of themselves pawns. And no one looks good in that. I hear the movie does some... No, I don't, actually. That was a different movie. Abortion and sluttiness. Great to see I came in at a good time. Yeah, we were talking about Arthur C. Clarke. Murderbot Diaries. That sounds like something that Asimov would write. I read all the summaries. Yeah, like they characterize people a lot better in the actual books. I think a lot of folks... especially when the first one came out, kind of zoomed out and like, oh god, I had like an argument with someone online who I think thought I was like some kind of like super Star Wars fan, like Star Wars, like the cringiest kind of Star Wars fan, who was like, actually, I don't like women in my TV series, but they were like trying to break down like their point of criticism was the sandworms and you know where energy enters the system, and like, oh, everybody's saying that Frank Herbert's some kind of super genius, but actually it's stupid because it's fiction, was kind of their argument. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not saying he was a super crazy genius. He's a very good writer. And then it was like, yes. But I read the summaries, and it's like, okay, well, are you meant to read the summaries, or are you meant to experience the fucking book? It's not a textbook. You're not meant to like glean information that you need to memorize from the book. You're supposed to experience it. This isn't pointed at you, Lux, but just a funny case of, oh my gosh. I do recommend them though. The audiobooks are on any pirating website you want to find. They are quite a slog, but in a fun way. Again, as an audiobook, they're great. Not really a comforting listen. They're kind of a fucking bummer. Oh, hey, the stream finally loaded and I see this horrible fucking thing. She's just a girl, dude. Criticism of imperialism, that in the end of the day, no good deeds done by the ruling class can outweigh the fact that they're colonizing the planet, stripping it for resources and so on. That's what the first book's about. It is a warning against messiahs, but once it zooms out in the whole series, it's actually not actually about, but it zooms it out really, really far. and presents it's an argument about the ends justifying the means. The ends being the continued survival of the human race into infinity. Because all these people are snorting spice, and Paul and his son, Leto III, all see the end of the human race coming at the hands of thinking machines that have fucked off to the edge of the universe. Spoilers, by the way. Fucked off to the edge of the universe to rebuild their forces and come back and wipe out all of humanity. So they see the end of humanity, and Paul turns away, first of all. I can't wait for everybody to find out Paul's actually a coward and a bitch boy. But Leto, his son, sees that coming and puts Dune, Arrakis, and the rest of the universe on a path towards maybe avoiding that. And the path he turns the planet on and the universe on is inherently cruel as fuck. Like, the Butlerian Jihad, or not the Butlerian Jihad, the Paul's Jihad has already happened. Billions of people are dead in his name. Which is one of the things he's terrified of. But still kind of is okay doing. Where was I? But Leto actually isolates all planets. He hoards the spice and prevents anybody from traveling, like, interstellarly to other planets. So everybody's landlocked. And he has that kind of set for like a couple thousand years. And when he passes away finally, his spice hoard is finally unleashed. Sandworms are back on Arrakis. And there's kind of this explosion of travel outward into the universe. And what that does is humans have been very, like, they've been moving from a couple planets to a couple planets at a time. They're not colonizing enough. And so what Leto does by hoarding all the spice and preventing an outward growth, he makes all of humanity an angsty teenager. And then when he dies, he basically hands them over the keys to all of his trucks. And so they drive in all separate directions, all corners of the universe to try and colonize as much as possible and as far and wide as possible, so that there'll still be pockets of resistance against the oncoming robot threat that's coming on in like 20,000 years or whatever. So actually it's pro-colonization. It's fucked. It's fucked. To what degree a sci-fi author can be pro or anti-colonization, I have no idea. Again, I don't know the guy. But I think later on in the third movie, if they do the third movie, we'll get into a little bit of the greening of Arrakis and how it introduces disease. And, like, these are all things that he studies. He goes over it. Like, Frank Herbert is like a hobbyist ecologist. So he's, like, aware of the impact that these things have on their systems. I think he was like, he would be on our global warming train were he alive today. But, I don't know, he just makes a really interesting story about it. Anyway, Dune. I love Dune. So you think he's a good guy? It's so rough because Paul as a person is compelling, interesting, and you can't help but love him. But again, you zoom out and it's like, oh right, in his name, billions of people are gonna die, and he kind of walks into it and goes, okay, I'm gonna try. But then in like the third book, he pussies out and he's like, wait, no, I can't actually do this. And it's like, then why'd you fucking kill all those people, Paul? Or why'd you have all those people killed in your name? And again, he doesn't want that to happen, and he can't exactly stop it. But he's like, okay, I'm gonna go through with this jihad. We're gonna do whatever. We're gonna take power. And then what? It got too intense for him, and he's like, I actually can't remember what put him into the desert. I know he lost his eyes. Like, was he always gonna bitch out at the end and not do what was necessary? It's about being trapped in systems too, I guess. I don't know. It's fucked. Good fucking... It's about a lot of things. It's good fucking series. Good fucking series. Makes you think about a lot of stuff. Also, Duncan Idaho is like super homophobic, but in like the third book, everybody's like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, Duncan. You're so old-fashioned. Shut the fuck up." Stuff. Growth and change in general. He's afraid of the death change is brought. His son tries to stifle it in general. Preserve community and what you love versus preserve humanity no matter what the cost. Well, that's ultimately, I think, what the book is about. Or not even about. It's not making a judgment. I don't think Frank Herbert says this is the way to do it or like this is good. He just presents a very interesting story that's about that, and with how leaders are groomed, which the books go over a lot. Like, it's all about royal life. It's all about preparing people to rule huge swaths of other people, the entitlement that comes with that, the quote unquote good and the bad, the very much bad that can come with that, and how different leaders, rule. His conclusion is, at the end of the day, what is his conclusion? I don't know. Maybe that these leaders would always choose. No, I guess they wouldn't always choose, because Baron Harkonnen's like a short-sighted prick. Like, what kind of leader would it take to choose humanity as a whole instead of just community and creature comforts? And all these guys that live during the events of the series, which again take place over like 10,000 years, they all are asked that question and answer it or run away from it in their own ways, which is interesting. Raises questions, it's not meant to answer them. Yeah, there you go. Like all fiction. I have another drawing to show off to you because you can just link it right in the chat. We'll check it out. No, I encourage all chatters to share their cool art or pictures of snakes in chat. That is more or less what this is for. This is a chill stream. A chill stream that I was going to end soon, but honestly, I kind of got into talking about Dune. I should re-listen to the books. I'd do it if I didn't think that I'd be immediately copyright struck.
Epicness.
Let's check this shit out. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yes! Crush. Grime. Grime, what's grime? I'm looking at grime. What's grime? Grime. Game. Grime. Metroidvania. Cloverbite. Alright, hell yeah. You know what? It says Metroidvania, and I'm like, oh. But it looks great. Yeah.
Meat.
Alright. There's a cool screenshot. Scorn. Oh, they're like cool little orchid people. Hell yeah. So thick. Thick. Forces it into an unnatural state when you try and emphasize strength, which reduces its ability to survive as a species. Sure. Diversity. Just like what the Major says in Ghost in the Shell. You breed in weakness. Over-specialize and you breed in weakness. It's slow death. The Bene Gesserits in the audience are like, breed? Shut up. Pick the color. Pick the color! Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh, the goober heard mention of sex. Sex? Breeding? Miss Ebola. Girl. I would say get your head out of the gutter, but you're right. You are the Bene Gesserit in the audience. Man, I'm glad sex isn't real. Yeah. People who turn into worms and bugs of your old pointings that become very relevant to you again. Angels is bugs. Once again, your theory that angels is bugs is real. Check this shit out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's big too. Yeah. Yeah. Me when I'm crawling out of my shell. Me when I'm molting. Yeah. You get bugs. I love that you get bugs. Warning for body horror. You're very politely warning people for body horror, and I'm just putting it up on screen. Hey, I'm such an asshole. Yeah. I might call it quits pretty soon. Gotta do that stupid real work stuff. Yeah. I have no regrets. Do that and get rid of all your skin issues. Yeah, just molt. Agreed. That's technology that, like, the Ixians should breed into people. Hey, Ix, are you guys doing anything worthwhile? No, you're just being weird and turning your women into tanks? Alright. Too much detail on the teeth, it's kind of distracting, but oh well. Yeah, there we go. Oof, work. No more art escapism. Sorry. All we got is this fucked up little creature and, Vinny. This is what we were working on before for those just showing up. Don't mind the odd mix of soft brush and hard brush. Vinny! How does he look when he's flipped? Yeah, still pretty good. What about you? Still pretty good. Maybe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. How the fuck did you do that? Yeah, real. I could honestly look at a VOD of this video and be like, what the fuck? How did I do that? A dubious little creature. I have to run you over with my car. It's necessary. It's needed. Oh wow, are these symbolic? Oh my god. Based off. Oh my god. Lux, I love you. Kick a chair out from under. What? Empty orange juice. You should kill that person instantly. Gatekeeping your brushes when you told them you use the basic brushes. Jesus Christ, that person actually, like, needs help. Uploading videos is annoying. No, don't do it. I will tell him. Thank you, Garnet. We celebrated. We actually had a party the other day. I got him a record player, a modern one, and some Cab Calloway and blues records, and he seems to really like it. Seems to, but maybe I'll hear a crash later and it'll be him throwing it down the stairs. Sign, Cinema Lightbox, Strange Magic, by some of the animators in Singapore. Aw, that's cute. They found him in a closet. Yeah, real. Isabella, you could do it. Just, well, listen. I will never say don't steal the money from your donators, but you should. And also, you should drop your YouTube channel in chat so everybody can follow you, and also like stare at you, waiting for you to upload, adding to your annoyance. Hosted a live stream of the movie with when we played Dawn. That stream fandom is wild. Aren't all fandoms? Yeah, revive your YouTube channel. As long as it's not too much work, but also, you know, study. Yeah, just miss a bullet on everything. Okay, good. Sean Garnet, link your channel now. Yeah, I know how it feels though. When you don't get the views, it's so disheartening. Like everybody says, "Oh, well, you know, you should make art and videos because you love it," and to a degree, that's true. But having the feedback of even just eyes on it is kind of important too. We don't live in a single cave alone, you know? Oh yeah. You're also welcome to share that link too. Everybody follow each other. God. Disney marketing nightmare, another one. If I don't want people to see it, why would I bother uploading it? That's how I feel about it. Fair and based. Just look me up on YouTube. Yep. Don't forget the underscore. The underscore is important. True. You can neither demand people praise you, nor can you demand people not to desire praise. Very true. Follow me now. All right. Everybody, Empty Orange Juice is throwing pointing a gun at you. Yeah. Share. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I am going to bounce. I was gonna do another art commission stream this week, but no. Maybe I'm hoping to get back into it next week because if I don't have a job offer by then, I'll know that I'm in for the long haul until summer rolls around and I can do some beach lifeguarding. Or I guess I could look around here and find some more local opportunities, but like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. See you goobers later. I'm glad you can come back in, Arthos. Everybody be good. Or else, I'll get you. I'll kill you. You'll die.